So I'm standing here on the side of this busy road. No, I'm not. I'm using a sound effect to help you imagine that's where I am. I'm going to move the clip bin over to make it a little wider. So I have this traffic sound effect, and I played that sound effect from the clip bin using the preview function. So on a Mac, hold down the Option key and then click and hold. Now that's the left side. Let me get the whole thing. On a PC, you're going to want to hold down the Alt key and click and hold. It will only be effective as long as you hold the mouse down. You're playing that file from the bin through the audition path, and you set that up in the I/O menu. So let's go to Setup, I/O. Down here in the right corner is the audition path. So this is where you'll hear sounds using that system, or where you'll hear sounds auditioning them using the little triangle on the import page. Preview is a handy function, and I thought I'd start this chapter by reminding you it's there. So now on to sound design. We owe this term to Walter Murch. Walter kind of began his career working on this really cool movie. And if you remember the Martin Sheen scene in the hotel room, Martin's looking up at the ceiling, there's a fan spinning, and we hear a sound of a helicopter. And for a moment there, you're confused. You're not sure if you're hearing that fan make that sound, or is that a sound from outside? It's a brilliant sound design example. Walter was the sound designer on that movie and has gone on to do many great things and won 3 Oscars. Check him out. He wrote this really great book about sound design in the movies. Jump back to Pro Tools now. Walter's approach was not just to use the sound as he found it. We used the tools of Pro Tools to change it and create new sounds. So in this chapter, we'll explore some options for that. We saw how the TCE trimmer can change the speed of dialogue and drum loops, and we can use that sound on sound effects too. We saw how pitch shift can change a voice performance, and we can use that. Reversing a sound effect gives us a lot of options. Let me give you an example of that. Open this track, which has a hi-hat on it. It's muted right now because my traffic's playing. So now we'll hear just hi-hats. So let's take that sound, Audio Suite, Other, reverse it. We'll go ahead and render that out. And now we hear, which could be a cool little percussive part in itself. I'll close this window. Let's take our TCE trimmer and stretch it out to about double its size. I undid that. Now I want to stretch it to its limit, all the way out like this, and see what we get. That's a completely different sound than we started out with. So pitch shifting it is going to give us yet another set of options. Truncating a sound. Let me switch back to the regular trimmer. Truncating a sound as it's rising, sort of right there at the peak, can give us an interesting sound. Let's start over here. No one would believe that started out as a hi-hat. So that's the concept here, to use the tools in Pro Tools to turn ordinary sounds into creative new sounds.